The cost of living in Canada in 2025. People from all around the world come to Canada, not just for a better life, but for a life filled with opportunity, safety, and belonging. Here, diversity is celebrated, communities are welcoming, and nature's beauty is all around. With safe cities, quality healthcare, strong education, and a growing economy, Canada offers the perfect place to build a future. The winters may be cold, but the warmth of its people continues to welcome nearly 500,000 new immigrants every year, each bringing new dreams to this incredible country.
In this video, we're going to discuss average salary, unemployment rate, taxes in Canada, average house prices, price of renting, the cost of everyday items, and unexpected costs.
So what's the average salary in Canada? Canada ranks 11th in the world for highest average annual salaries. The median wage is about $36 an hour, which works to around $67,000 a year. Salaries tend to be highest in cities like Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa, and Vancouver, where job opportunities and living standards are among the best in the country. High-paying professions include surgeon, petroleum engineer, airline pilot, cloud architect, software engineering manager, dentist, data scientist, financial manager, corporate lawyer, electrical engineer, and human resources manager. Unemployment. Unemployment rates in Canada vary widely depending on the province. As of 2025, provinces like Quebec, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan have some of the lowest rates, around 5%, while regions like Newfoundland and Labrador face much higher unemployment, reaching over 10%. Tax in Canada. In Canada, taxes help pay for healthcare, education, and public services. Income tax is progressive. The more you earn, the more you pay. Federal tax rates range from 15% to 33%, and each province adds its own tax on top. Depending on where you live and how much you make, your total tax rate can be between 20% and 50%. There is also sales tax on most purchases, between 5 and 15%, depending on the province. But in return, Canadians enjoy free healthcare, good education, and strong social benefits. Cost of living in Canada. It's no surprise that for many Canadians, 35 to 50% of their income goes straight to covering housing and utility bills. According to a report by the Royal Bank of Canada, 2022 marked the highest level of housing unaffordability in Canada, and that record was broken again just a year later. By then, owning a typical home required almost 64% of a household's income. As of January 2025, home prices have come down slightly, with the national average sitting at around $680,000, a small 2.6% drop from November of 2024. Average regional house prices. Here are the average home prices for major cities in Canada for 2025. Toronto is around $1 million, Vancouver is around $1.2 million, Montreal is around $620,000, Calgary is around $605,000, Edmonton is around $436,000, Ottawa is around $620,000, Quebec City is around $510,000, Halifax is around $440,000. Average house prices by province. British Columbia is around $1 million, Quebec is around $510,000, Alberta is around $493,000, Nova Scotia is around $440,000, Newfoundland and Labrador is around $329,000, Prince Edward Island is around $358,000, Manitoba is around $392,000, Saskatchewan is around $382,000, New Brunswick is around $391,000, Northwest Territories is around $375,000, Yukon is around $475,000, Nunavut is around $450,000. Renting in Canada. In Canada, rental payments are due on the first of every month, and rental rates vary by city. Here are some average rental prices for Canadian cities as of 2024. Vancouver is around $2,500 for one-bedroom unit and $3,400 for a two-bedroom unit. Toronto is around $2,300 for a one-bedroom unit and $3,000 for a 2-bedroom unit. Montreal is $1,700 for a 1-bedroom unit and $2,200 for a 2-bedroom unit. Calgary is around $1,700 for a 1-bedroom unit and $2,000 for a 2-bedroom unit. Winnipeg is around $1,300 for a 1-bedroom unit and $1,700 for a 2-bedroom unit. Saskatchewan is around $1,100 for a 1-bedroom unit and $1,300 for a 2-bedroom unit. Quebec City is around $1,300 for a 1-bedroom unit and $1,700 for a 2-bedroom unit. Edmonton is around $1,300 for a 1-bedroom unit and $1,600 for a 2-bedroom unit. Kelowna is around $1,900 for a 1-bedroom unit and $2,300 for a 2-bedroom unit. The monthly cost of living in Canada. The cost of living in Canada really depends on where you live and your lifestyle. For a family of 4 living in a major city, monthly expenses typically range from $5,500 to $7,700. For a single person renting a 1-bedroom apartment, the average monthly cost is between $2,200 and $3,900, depending on the city. Calgary. Calgary offers a strong job market, higher average wages, and a lower cost of living compared to other major Canadian cities. Its beautiful natural surroundings and close access to Banff National Park make it an attractive place to live and work. Montreal. Montreal offers a lower cost of living than most major Canadian cities, while blending French and North American culture in a vibrant, creative atmosphere. It's a diverse city full of art, education, and people from all over the world who proudly call it home. Toronto. Toronto is Canada's largest city and the financial epicenter of the country. Vancouver. Vancouver is famous for its natural beauty, mild weather, and access to stunning outdoor adventures. But living there comes at a high price. As one of the most expensive cities in the world, its modern lifestyle and popularity have made housing costs out of reach for many. The cost of everyday items in Canada can vary depending on where you live. Big cities tend to be more expensive, while smaller towns or rural areas are usually more affordable. Here's a calculated average monthly cost range for each category across Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary, giving you a reasonable Canada-wide estimate. Groceries for a single person range between $300 and $440 a month, typically cheaper in bigger cities. Clothing ranges from $79 to $220 a month. Utilities ranges between $145 to $250. Household items and services range between $95 to $184 a month. Entertainment ranges between $176 and $349 a month. Transportation ranges between $122 to $280 a month. Total estimated monthly cost. On the low-end estimate, it's around $933 a month. On the high-end estimate, it's around $1,727. This is a basic average for general living expenses excluding rent. Unexpected costs. Living in Canada comes with some unexpected costs, from expensive transportation due to its vast size to higher food prices in winter when much of the produce is imported. On top of that, long, harsh winters means higher heating bills and the need for winter tires in most regions. Based on this information, do you think Canada is an appropriate place to live? Please let us know. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.